Free socks.
For you, Mr. Freeway Commuter, cursing the faceless crowded highways, yearning for the feel of a malfunctioning British roadster and the wind in your toupee. For you, Ms. Harried Housewife, fretting about playdates and meal plans, mourning your once faux chic social life and rampant sexual oblivion. From the makers of trusted products like the Black Death, cancer, and the #1 smash hit contracted by 3/4 of the global population, influenza, Zika brand birth control. Quell the masses, thin the herds of undesirable runts, useless elderly stragglers, and inferior races. Talk to your designated government health official today to see if Zika brand birth control is for you. Zika, your numbers will drop like flies.
Zika brand birth control is only available in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, Venezuela, the Falkland Islands, French Guiana, South Georgia, the South Sandwich Islands, Ignoramia, and Florida.
Hello, you're listening to The Morning Deuce with James and Cody. Stick around and hang out. We explore things, this and that, and what she said on this week's episode of The Morning Deuce.
We're back, baby.
We're back in the garage again.
Yay.
We all rejoiced just then. It's the Morning Deuce episode 7. And we finally were able to start because the fucking neighbor was using a fucking pressure washer for like 6 goddamn hours up until about 30 minutes ago.
On the upside, the entire street is clean. The whole block, both sides.
I thought we came
all
to the conclusion
houses.
that he cleaned the world.
There's also no dirt left in his grass.
That's true. We have a direct ship route to China right now. You just
fucking
drop
guy.
your package.
I've got sound of it. I'll add it in here just as an example. We are back. We are drinking absinthe.
So the next time we speak to you after the 2018 midterm elections...
Oh. Oh wait, when is that? Is there midterm elections?
2018. So, from what I understand, midterm elections, okay, because of the way that Senate elections are every 6 years, congressional elections are... Wow, I feel like a terrible citizen right now.
Did you forget about 9/11 as well?
I think it's 4 years, and I think some seats are offset from the presidential elections, which is why you wind up with midterm elections. That plus the fact that the Senate is spaced by 6 instead of 4 years.
Sure.
So you have, in the 2-year, in the 4-year span between presidential, you have that
In the
midterm election. Hence it being the 2018
Okay.
midterm elections.
And that's when we're recording episode 8?
Apparently.
Okay.
That's what the schedule says. I don't make Kyle's the one that makes this shit up. Don't look at me. Talk to Kyle. He's in the booth. He's our producer.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who thought up that credit.
I think that was you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was you.
You and
God damn my bad ideas. Amazing.
Holy shit. A lot has happened in 7 months.
Yeah.
8 months? Well,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it.
The opulent 2-car garage has
Opulated.
has evicted one resident and leased space to a new one.
The Red Rocket.
A slimmer, svelter, more sexy tenant.
German.
A German tenant. She gets awful freaky.
Oh yeah.
And she's got 2 tailpipes.
Germans like it weird.
And twice.
Yep. Oh, man. I want to talk about news from so long ago, but it's well beyond relevant.
Is this something we've already covered?
Star Wars came out.
Oh shit, that's right. Don't smoke crack. That no matter how old I get or how stupid that movie appears, it will never not be funny.
That movie being
The Waterboy,
oh,
where they're kind of putzing around town. and
I
they
gotta
go over
be
to see-
honest. It's probably been like 20 years since I've seen that.
They go see LT Lawrence Taylor. He's giving a pep talk. I think that was while he was still. That was still while he was still playing, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Or was it maybe right after he quit?
Did he go by Larry at all?
I think it was just pretty much LT.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to see. He's giving like a pep talk to some, Pee Wee football league or something. I don't know. And he's talking about something, and they come up, and he's just like something, and that's why you don't do this. Which brings me to my next point, kids.
Neighbor just fired up her vibrator.
No.
Oh, it's gonna be a good
No.
night.
That's not the neighbor's vibrator. That's the neighbor's mother's vibrator.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The neighbor's vibrator's a V12. That is clearly a V8.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
We're talking about Larry Taylor.
You didn't cut me off. God, listen to that throb.
That was
Oh.
quick.
Damn.
And I'm spent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Done.
So they walk up to LT, and he's talking to the kids, and he finishes up what he's saying, and then he says, and that brings me to my next point, kids. Don't smoke crack. And that's pretty much it. And then they cut to, questions. Pretty much. Like, kids have stupid questions.
Like, why is the dog's nose wet? How's the posi track on the rear end of a Plymouth work?
Did you take money to fix those games? That kind of shit, yeah.
Oh. Huh. We're drinking absinthe. How's everyone feel about that?
Yay! It's delicious.
I'm still a little green on the idea. Rim shot on a belt.
It has been a long time since we've sat down for a good old shit chat.
Yeah, we keep inviting all these people in and
Never doing it.
letting them.
We have a list of guests that span a year plus at this point.
At the rate that we record, yes, it's more than a year.
Might just have the next decade booked up.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, we must have at least 2 or 3 people lined up.
We do.
That'll carry us well into 2025.
We do. And the garage is looking nice and clean and open. Got some new equipment on board.
Has a fridge now.
Has a fridge full of beer.
Very
It
important.
does have a fridge full of beer
And absinthe.
and
bonus.
absinthe.
My
Has-
belly's filling with absinthe.
Has absinthe. At the moment, it also has a piece of pizza.
True. Alone.
That is
Lonesome.
still edible, unlike other occasional garage food. It's not always edible.
That antlered skull that looks like it still has meat on it.
It tried to bite me.
Did it?
Yeah, earlier. You didn't see that?
Oh, when it
When I was
lunged
reaching for
at
that-
you?
When we were talking about how we were going to murder the
Oh,
neighbor with
the
the pressure washer, and I grabbed the zombie apocalypse weapon, and I accidentally bumped the wall, and the deer skull tried to bite me.
Oh.
Before it kamikazed into my foot and broke on the floor.
Oh, it broke.
It broke off a little piece of the
Oh.
whatever, cheekbone or something popped off. I don't know.
That would have been a fun item to shove up that guy's ass. All the way.
I can't think of a single orientation in which that would not hurt. any angle of penetration is going to bring problems.
Yes. No amount of blood lube is going to help you out, buddy.
Did you say? Wait, did you say blood lube?
Blood lube.
Yes, but then we shortened it to bloob.
blood lube.
Bloob.
Okay, that fits in line with an article I found about bloodhounds.
Okay.
Oh god.
Let me guess, they're really on point once a month or so.
Well, no, it was this. I think it's a man seeking man article. The title is just Bloodhounds. You know what that means? Send a pic. If I like it, I'll match it. I'm real. I'm all about discretion, very respectful. You know, it seems like a real thing, but it's just Bloodhounds. I was like, what the fuck is Bloodhounds?
So
and why would this person know that what they're into by that word?
Oh, God. Are they looking for people to get their Red Wings?
So I went into Urban Dictionary, and knowing that this is a man seeking a man...
Are they looking for oil on the dipstick?
I had to look. So the first one is the most, common one that you would think of, which would be, going at a chick when she's on her period. But this was a dude with a dude, so I'm like, that doesn't work. But a bloodhound is a person who has a knack for finding lost items.
Oh, God.
What?
And the guy had ended his article with...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I really need somebody to relieve this pain.
Oh, no.
So I think there's something lodged in his ass.
Yep.
And that he's trying to get somebody to dig it out for him that is also turned on by digging things out of people's asses.
Sweet Jesus.
So is that person called, like, the treasure hunter?
That person's called the Bloodhound.
Oh, that's the bloodhound.
That's the Bloodhound.
What is the guy called?
Because they have a knack for finding lost things.
out. Oh, God. Your God is digging into my hip.
Oh, a bloodhound.
Sweet Jesus.
Yep.
You learn something new every day.
Oh, God.
You learn something new.
Oh.
This is our ticket to hell. In case you hadn't noticed.
Oh, we already had tickets. We're just getting on the faster train.
Now we're fighting for the driver's
Yes.
seat. Right?
We're on the
We've always been fighting for the driver's seat.
we're on the hyperloop to hell. But we truly are. If you've never listened to us before, as you can already tell, we're a bit random.
Random is not necessarily the first word I'd use to describe this show. Fifth, sixth, seventh adjective, sure. Random, not the first. As my wife said, there is something wrong with us, and we've decided to try to capitalize on it.
Yes.
We'll let you know if it ever starts working. In the meantime, please go buy some Zika brand birth control. Because we need the money.
Yeah, so Star Wars came out and it was really good. But it's a good movie, and
It was. I thought it was really well crafted. I thought it followed the spirit of the originals very, very well.
yeah,
Probably better than Lucas himself could have done, because he's a terrible filmmaker. He really is.
The interesting thing is, I don't know if it was 2006 or 2007, he was interviewed on 60 Minutes by Leslie Stahl, I think her name is.
Oh.
And she asked the question, if someone wanted to do episode 7, would you do it? And he said straight up, never gonna
No.
happen. Never.
Yeah.
And leading up to the Disney purchase of Lucasfilm, he was already writing material for
Episode 7.
the next 3 movies.
Yeah.
It's an interesting prospect to think that there may be a Star Wars movie until you're dead.
Incidentally, George Lucas's genetic code was rewritten the moment he signed that contract, and now all of his progeny will be bred with Mickey Mouse ears. And great big black shoe-looking feet. Those aren't shoes; those are actually the feet.
Those are the feet.
And then, round about puberty, their hands swell up and turn bright white, just like gloves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got these big white hands. Oh, my big white dick.
Well, that didn't get any bigger. Gosh, Pluto, I feel inadequate now. No wonder I call her Minnie.
So Star Wars happened. What else happened? 11/22/63, the show came out. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
Even molded for the TV screen.
I'm
It was pretty good.
still reading the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she started before the show started.
Where?
No, I started 3 episodes in.
Oh.
I think.
Where in the book are you?
I'm on page. Tell you in just a second.
919.
Yeah.
No, it's
Of-
not much past that, but it's past that.
1,100 and some odd thousand pages that book is.
1078
Oh, you're
out
getting there.
of 1758.
It's probably getting pretty.
I forgot how long that fucking thing is.
It's probably getting pretty anxious about that point in the book, huh?
He and Sadie have just gotten back together.
Nice.
Is that before or after he loses his memory?
Before.
That's right before.
Oh,
Well, not long before.
yeah.
And he hasn't moved to,
He has moved to Dallas.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The end is nutty.
The other King-related thing that happened is that we've seen pictures now of it, both Idris Elba
Oh, yes.
and Matthew McConaughey in their roles in The Gunslinger, which is going to be fucking
Is
awesome.
that next year? 17?
I thought it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, I just found a Reddit post. Describe your first sexual experience in haiku.
Now that's challenging.
Yes,
Wait, where is this from again?
Reddit.
Okay, this is a Reddit article on describing your first sexual experience as a haiku.
I think my penis should go in this area. She is crying. Oops.
That was the butt. That was in the butt.
In a drunken fog, we stripped, giggled, fondled, fucked. Came in 10 seconds.
That's a bit of a problem. Is that it?
The translation of that first one, done in a Ezra Pound style poetry. Mr. Penis, paying a visit, lost his way and said, "Where is it?" She said, "Ow," and you said, "Oops." That, dear boy, is where she poops.
I think I've got a haiku.
Okay. It's 575.
Yes.
Yep.
The bed was noisy. I tore my pants while stripping. My dong is broken.
That must hurt.
Oh, I mean, it was a while ago. So
That was a good
It's
haiku.
healed. It's healed.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Tried to do this in haiku, but I can't do it right. Like my first time.
That's good. That's pretty good.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. You're on the air with the Morning Deuce, and this is part of a Pay It the Fuck Forward initiative. We'd just like to ask you, how has your day been?
I'll tell you, man. You know, I woke up this morning and I was in all right mood. I took a shower, took a shit like I normally do. I got in my car, smoked a cigarette on my way to work. I got to work and it was a pretty average day. Customers came in, I talked to customers left, until my coworker comes over to me and she says to me, "This lady I was just working with refused to work with you and thinks that you are just the biggest piece of shit."
My goodness.
Yeah, tell me about it, right? Like, I'm having a decent day. Sun shining in the sky. I'm having an all right time with customers. Everybody's smiling, happy with my service.
Your associate actually cursed at you.
Well, I mean, yes, but it was behind closed doors. It was not the sales floor. She just wanted to relay the message. This lady thought I was a piece of shit, that I have an inappropriate attitude, that maybe the sun doesn't shine on my ass. Fuck that bitch.
Well, it is hard to fit an entire star up one's ass, yes.
I mean, have you ever tried to shit rainbows?
Personally, no, but
that's a lot of boxes of Lucky Charms.
I can imagine. Do go on.
I'll tell you-
Was there anything else that happened today for you, sir?
I haven't touched myself, if that's what you're asking.
How terribly unfortunate.
I just haven't had the time. I got home, I cooked dinner, was eating some dinner, then you guys called me, and they're a wonderful program. I've listened to you a lot, usually while it's in mid-coitus, but, you know, that's me.
Well, everyone has their own personal way of interacting with our show, yes.
I love the sound of your voice. It just soothes my ass.
Well, thank you. Perhaps we should let you go then, and you can enjoy your dinner and schedule some personal time and take care of your own urges.
I'm sorry, is this a children's program? Was I out of line?
No, sir. No. No, sir, we are not a children's program at all, but we are drinking absinthe, and, well, that's sort of ruining my ability to conduct an interview.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I have about 3 spotted cows to eat myself, sir, and I'm about to break into the Grey Goose.
I do hope you use some lube.
Wait, did I hear that right? Did you wish me to have some lube?
Well, the poor bird's going to be traumatized otherwise.
Well, why else would you do it?
For the feathers, of course. Goose down is terribly valuable. Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much for speaking with us today. I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Unfortunately, we've had to cut our interview with Terrence the Midget a little bit short.
Sir, I do believe you need to regain composure.
Nonsense. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, well, that's all very well and good, yes. Well, Nick, I'm sorry you had a rotten day at work, buddy.
Yeah, it happens. People bitch.
We got your back.
People
Cody
still love me, so, fuck that cunt. I mean, who the fuck does she think she is talking shit about me? She don't know me. I'll show up at her house tonight in a fucking ski mask. She likes me then.
I mean, then she would have a valid reason to complain about your attitude.
Not if I brought her freshly baked cookies.
You're gonna show up at her bedroom window in the middle of the night wearing a ski mask, holding a plate of
freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
A plate of freshly
Maybe
baked
even
chocolate
with
chip
macadamia
cookies.
nuts.
Okay. If she's lucky, she gets the nuts. Oh boy. Oh. If she's lucky,
something like that.
If she's lucky, she gets the nuts. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna bid you a fond farewell.
Have yourselves a wonderful evening.
I've got to go talk to a
Enjoy
lady.
the absinthe.
I've got to go talk to a lady about having a floppy dick. So.
Oh, there you go.
We'll see you, buddy.
Good evening.
Later.
What's a
Some of those.
what's a cabriolet?
Convertible. Technically, it's a sedan configured convertible.
Yeah, like it could be a 2-door or 4-door, or is it a 4-door? Sedan, I think, kind of long.
I mean, a lot of them are usually 2-door, from what I remember. But the layout, you know how like usually with a 2+2, okay, a 2-door with, or a 2+4, I guess it would be. Or is it a 2+2?
Oh, 2+2, I think.
So you have like a coupe that seats 4. You have real long doors, and then the front seat folds forward, and there's not a whole lot of legroom for the back seat.
Sure.
With a cabriolet, it's spaced more like a sedan, where there's ample rear legroom. But it's still 2 doors. You still have to fold the front seat forward or whatever.
It could fit something
There was
larger
a
than a
Volvo.
dwarf in the back seat.
There was a Volvo C70 cabriolet at Quick Trip today, and I looked at it while I was standing next to it. I looked at it, and I'm like, that looks wrong. That looks wrong. No convertible should have that much space.
Interesting.
It's wrong.
You look like you want to say something.
Can we have a Q&A session about penises?
Okay.
This is not an open book test, James. Put your phone down.
Yeah. No cheating. If you don't know the answers to these,
No, that's
that's
okay.
gonna be a problem.
That's okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so just the first question. Just try to sum up in, as brief of a sentence as possible what it is like to have a penis.
Can the sentence be one word?
Of course. Sure.
No.
You look like you're ready there,
What's
buddy.
your one word? I'm curious now, because I've got way more than one word. My response is like my dick. It's long.
I was going to go with large.
That too. It's girthy.
Yeah, that's why I drive the girth mobile.
Girthmobile.
You ever seen those
Nothing to add to that, Kyle?
those 18-inch Johnsonville summer sausages? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cute.
Okay.
How would you sum up your dick?
My dick?
Whoa.
Oh, that thing's fucking huge. It's big and black.
Ah. Uh-huh.
Mine's bigger.
I've seen it.
The Malcolm Excalibur.
As a matter of fact, it is.
So, when a girl's going down on you
Whoa.
and she gags on your dick, is it a turn off or a turn on?
I mean, I guess it depends on what happens right after that. Because if that's all it is, if it's just a noise and a face and a little more spit, I think I'm probably okay. But if there's extras,
If it turns into a comeback.
if there's hors d'oeuvres being served on my cocktail one doesn't generally serve hors d'oeuvres on the other hors d'oeuvres, but I guess whatever floats your boat. My boat's floating pretty good, thanks.
Are you drinking a Red Dog?
No. Yeah. I thought the same thing when I grabbed it.
What is it?
It's a Revolution Brewing hibiscus ale thing.
So someone went out into their garden and went, I'm gonna make a beer.
I guess. Stacy, you're asking an awful lot of questions about what it's like to have a dick.
Yeah. I am. I'm sorry.
Well, there's this fella who wrote this long thing here.
Oh.
And it's really pretty funny, and I'd love to read it to you guys because I think you'd get a big kick out of it. So,
I am ready. Let me grab my absinthe.
That was a good one.
Nice.
We're really going to have a nice burp compilation when we get to episode 10.
we are. Like the first whole half of
You should
episode
try to
10 is
make
just
a
going to be a bunch of
song.
noises.
You said a whole. Oh, man. Where the fuck is this? It's literally... It's just insane.
Do you want me to wait, or do you want me to read while you're looking?
Oh, you can read while I
Okay. Okay. So, do you have a question?
Not yet.
Damn it.
I mean, why? Do you want me to ask you one?
Yeah, what's it like to have a dick?
Oh, yeah. Well, what's it like to have a dick?
Well, for most of the time, it's a bit like having a sensitive ball of flesh attached to your front.
Wait, what? Wait, back up.
It's like having a sensitive ball of flesh attached to your front.
That doesn't sound comfortable.
Think of it like having a small boob in your crotch.
Yeah, that doesn't sound comfortable.
You can feel it's there most of the time, but it's not something you think about. When it's flabbing about freely, it feels more complex. What is usually restrained in your pants is now like a boob octopus that will flail around if you move too fast. I'm pretty sure the first piece of clothing we ever invented was the loincloth to help us run and move without fearing that the dick would slam into our balls. That said, it is hardly ever in the way. Just like the vagina is lower than most guys expect, the dick is upper than most girls expect. Now, when the dick decides it's going to fuck something, never mind the social or physical situation you're in, it gets a mind of its own. You can trick it, but you can't control it. In fact, it controls you. Let's continue with the boob analogy. Tighten your thighs and feel them. Do you feel the muscles? How hard they are? Imagine if the fleshy glob of fat that is your immaculate boobs suddenly turns into that. And your nipples become oh so sensitive and large. And then imagine those boobs in the shape of a dick in your crotch, in your pants, at your grandma's house, where you are hosting a wake for your grandma. And you are delivering a speech in front of your family, and you feel embarrassed. Not horny, but your stupid, stupid dick saw all those crying women in front of you and decided that, yeah, sure, worthwhile fetish.
Wait.
So now, you are hoping to God that the creases in your pants are hiding your dick. Let's take this analogy a little further, because we're all pretty uncomfortable by now, but why stop? Let's imagine this muscle boob with sensitive nipples in the shape of a dick, and yourself have managed to coax a female of your species into copulating. God knows how you did that. Your genitals sound more monstrous by the minute. But here you are, you're both naked, she's conveniently naked and ready, and you are sporting what you hope is at least an average dick. You're not going to win any awards, but whatever. Your penis is now in charge, and it wants one thing: to be inside that other person. And it will not stop until it is there. Nirvana awaits. Why the hell aren't you inside that person? Okay, so now you are inside that person and it feels amazing. Tight, wet, so warm, and just all around great, except that your penis still isn't happy. It demands stimulation. Female and male orgasm are very different, obviously. Sure, we have the same nerve endings and whatnot, but most women can attest to that they don't orgasm every time, and sometimes it's fine not to orgasm. Insert jokes about small dicks, inferior men, and insults to selfish men here. To the dick, not orgasming is not acceptable. It's like the Terminator. It must complete its mission. There is no enjoying the journey for the dick. The dick is on a one-way track to Orgasmville, population 100 million kids. The dick doesn't care if anyone else joins him on the way to Orgasmville. If they do, that's a bonus. Your selfish boob muscle is getting most of the stimulation from its nipple. Now that's basically the only spot, and the key is making that spot happy. And when you find the right rhythm, you start to feel a strange burning sensation in the taint.
Wait, you feel it in your taint?
A little bit. Yeah, it buckles down. Yes, it tightens back there. This is called the vinegar burns. And indicate that you are going to ejaculate.
Wait, vinegar burns?
Correct. You will ejaculate now, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop that. Once you've reached this point, it's kind of like being able to choose a roller coaster. You can pump away and reach some kind of Nirvana-esque experience as you feel yourself drain away into the other person through your boob muscle nipple. You can also ejaculate without orgasming, but that's just a waste of time and effort. The vinegar burns tell you that the journey is almost over, and your penis and yourself are very happy. At that point, your dick sort of dies. It'll stay hard for a while, but it's powerless to control you. And it's at that moment, right after sex, as you're getting your breath back, you begin to understand how this retarded muscle hanging in front of you controls every aspect of your life. How everything you do is an extension of his need to be inside other people. It feels comical. It feels insane. You start to wonder if you wanted to go to college or if your dick just wanted to try out other people's bodies. You begin to question your life choices. You start to wonder how every single man is driven by their dicks and how the entire male world is really just a relentless race to find other people to share strange muscles with. And then your dick starts waking up again and begins preparing for your next excursion. And that's what having a dick is like.
Yeah.
Yay.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very well spoken.
I don't have eyes, but if I did, I think I'd be rolling them a lot.
Stacey, what the hell? What are you guys looking at? Dicks over
No,
there?
we were
just gave
looking-
like the most approving.
It was a picture of
nod.
a baby lion playing with a human, but I do have another question for you guys.
Oh boy.
Actually, I have two different ones,
Okay.
but you can ponder in this one while I locate the other one so I can word it just perfectly.
Wait, so what do you have now?
So the first question.
You have two new questions.
Yes, these are two would you rather questions. So the first would you rather is, would you rather never orgasm again, or every time you orgasm, instead of regular sperm, a singular urethra-sized sperm cell is ejaculated? The large sperm must be caught and killed when disposed, or it will flop around until it finds an appropriate orifice to impregnate.
Are you kidding me? That sounds like the greatest thing ever.
Yes.
It sounds like a pop gun going off,
Hi, baby.
followed by the squishy sounds that.
I feel like seeing something on one of Easter egg hunts or something. You got an Easter egg? Huh? Because I got an Easter egg hunter. This one's a bloodhound.
Call back. Zing.
Okay. Would
So,
you...
so it'd be like just a fish out of water flopping around. You'd have to kill it.
I have to
Plummet.
think.
Yeah.
I have to, from my own personal experience, I have to think that this couldn't be all that much larger bodily than like a big fly.
No, they kind of described it as large. Like, you'd want
That
to put
would-
it in a fish tank kind of large.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Here's my pet sperm.
Like, think of
In
the
my pet sperm collection.
think of the biggest bottle fly you've ever seen. That's stretching it.
It would still come out sounding like a pop gun.
I guess the biggest question I've got for it is, how fast does it move?
You could have a really gnarly, fast, wiggly.
Just kind of like flopping and slithering all over. Like,
Like
like all over the garage.
Wait.
The garage?
Or wherever it is you're ejaculating. I just imagine you guys fucking your garage. I'm sorry. It is where James keeps his wood.
I do keep a lot of wood out here.
Will you do that sound again?
I don't know if I can.
Hang on. Her retard hand movement.
Yes.
It helps with the airflow.
Do it again.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
This is what I have to go through at home when I do stupid
Do it
stuff.
again.
You
do it again or I'd push you down the stairs.
I can't do it without
Don't make me get the hose.
You can do it.
Wait, I think it'd be more of a...
That's when it comes out.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Okay.
Are you sure to be more like that, or would it be more of a...
That's it. That's the sound I'm trying to get. Stick your fingers in there again. Okay. So the other question that I have for you, that sound could go with this potentially, maybe. So would you rather have a tiny hand instead of your dick, or 2 powerful dicks instead of your hands? Discuss.
Okay, I'm sorry. Read it again.
Do you need me to repeat
Yeah.
that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I need clarification on size of the hand.
Okay.
Right.
So
I would also like to ask
So
the
it's-
question after you
Sure.
reread this.
So first of all, your dick. Imagine instead of your dick, there's a hand. Okay?
Like a full size.
Like full size,
like
regular
arm
roll.
and hand.
But that's not
I
what
would
it,
say
you
like
said a
wrist
tiny
and
hand. You
okay,
said a tiny
hand.
Oh, okay.
Like think like a baby's arm.
I was thinking
but
like
without the
Deadpool.
apple. Okay? So you got a baby arm down there with the hand. All flip-flopping around, okay?
Yeah.
That's your dick. Or you have dicks for hands that are the size of what your hands would be.
Powerful
But
dicks
powerful?
for hands.
Yes, but they're powerful dicks for your hands.
If I opt for the powerful dicks,
Yes.
do I also get to keep my own dick? My original dick?
Yes. You do get to keep your original dick.
I will opt for the powerful dicks.
This will call you Tri-Dick.
Try dick. Tripod.
Try dick pod.
3 foot.
3 foot. Wait. Wouldn't you be called a meter?
3 foot. Get it?
Or is that
Meter?
a stick?
Damn near killed her.
Either way.
Meat.
Well, you do right. Yard arm.
Sure.
Yard arm.
Yard arm.
Yard stick. Meat stick.
Yard dick.
Dick stick.
Yard dick.
Dick
Dick
stick.
stick.
Gotta check the old dick stick.
Yep, still there. How about the other
So
one?
if you
Yep.
chose the
Sorry, fella.
powerful cocks for hands, what would you do with all your dicks?
Oh.
Wreck chicks. Just wreck them.
Father all the children.
Oh my god, it'd be like Peter North on steroids.
I would be so dehydrated after like half an hour.
Where would your balls be
You
on
want
your hands?
you want to control a riot?
Empty.
I mean, like, would they be dangling from what would be your wrists?
They wouldn't be dangling anymore because it'd be shriveled up and empty.
In the armpits.
Drier than a fucking prune.
Oh, yeah, you could store them in your armpits.
That sounds like a terrible idea. What if I want to do the chicken dance? Tommy, come on, it's Barbara's wedding. I can't, Mom. I got direction. I can't do the chicken dance. Fucking things won't fall in.
What was it? Maybe like a month ago we were hanging out up here, and our good friend the Kyle.
Kyle.
Yep. brought to light an interesting story from, what,
many years ago.
13 years ago, decade plus 3.
Yep. So, our great judicial system doing its best. April 2003, some jackass went around town and shot out multiple car windows, my car being one of them.
With a BB gun?
With a BB gun.
Okay.
Yeah. There were no, 9mm slugs.
Oh, sure, no. Shell casing. No, nothing like that.
So, but yeah.
They couldn't exactly pull fingerprints off the BBs.
Yeah, you're not going to get any kind of like ballistics pattern off of the BBs.
I got a half a point match. Because that's all that would fit on the BB.
So, 2003.
2003. Again, 13 fucking years ago.
Yeah, that's a long fucking time.
Yeah. So, got my car window shot out. Along with a shitload of other people.
Yep.
Went and my good friend Mike has been doing auto body work forever. Found me a window at a salvage yard. We put it in.
Yep.
Fine.
Good to go.
Life goes on. Whatever. Get a letter from the police.
Sure.
That they found the guy.
Okay. And
fill out this form for what it costs you to replace it and
some kind of a reporter statement.
Yeah. So, figure I think I paid like $30 for the window. And what the hell? Just put $100 down.
Yeah.
Sure. I didn't figure on ever seeing any of the money anyways, but what the hell? $100. We'll see what happens.
You had your window.
So I'd get a letter like every year or two, basically saying that the case is ongoing.
Yeah.
Still, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Probably having to do with restitution, maybe.
Very nice.
That was hot.
That blew my own ears off there. Sorry about that. Anyway.
So, yeah. Okay, police report, $100, whatever.
Yep.
See what happens. Every like year or two, I'd get a letter saying ongoing case. I got a letter. Now, this happened at my parents' house, so all the mail for this still gets sent to my parents' house for some reason.
Because they don't know how to update your address, apparently.
Exactly.
Okay.
From 13 fucking years ago.
That makes sense.
But you're still getting the letters.
That sounds about like a government office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least my parents are still living there, so I am getting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, early this year, I got a letter that they settled the case, and I'm gonna get paid $87 and some change.
Nice.
For restitution.
There you go.
Like, awesome. Okay, fine. So I expected,
They didn't quite give you the full 100, but you're getting something. That's
I'm getting
pretty cool.
A chunk of it.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
You're getting more than you probably expected.
Exactly. So I figured, okay, I'll just get a check for the $87 and some cents in the future. Whatever. I believe it was April. My mom calls and says, "You have a letter from the Department of Corrections Cashier Unit." Oh, okay.
Dollar bills. The money come raining in.
Oh, yeah. So, go over there, open it up. It's a check from the state for, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was like $2.85. Really?
Yeah. Big WTF.
And I walked into the bank like a badass.
Goddamn
right. Fuck yeah. And my $2.80.
So when was the first? When did you get this first check?
The first one was, I think, is March or April that I got that. So
2000 this year.
16.
This year. Okay.
Yeah. Again, this happened
13
in
years.
2003.
Yeah.
It's now 2016.
Well, you remember, once we hit 2015, the justice system works swiftly now that they've abolished all lawyers.
Oh. True.
But in your case, it's taken a long time.
Yeah. And it's getting better.
Yeah, I have to wonder though. I mean, did you talk to the teller when you took it in to cash it? Did the teller ask you anything? Did you?
Oh no, I just walked up and I went and filled out my thing for my savings account to cash it, or not cash a check, but
deposit it
in my savings account, and walked up and shut her down after this. It's Not gonna get any better.
I was really hoping you just signed the back of it and slapped it on the counter and said, "Big bills only, please."
Yeah. Your largest coin, please.
So,
Sacagawea dollars, you got it?
Yeah.
Just give me the bills. Keep the change. Wait, that's like a third of it. Give me the change.
Yeah. Like a baller. So you cashed this check. So this is earlier this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was, like I said, it was March or April. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember the exact dollar amount, but it was not much.
It was a pittance.
Mid-May, my mom calls and says, "You have a letter from the Department of Corrections Cashier's Unit." Like, sweet. Maybe it's like $9 this time.
$2
Fuck yeah, this almost will pay for the gas to drive to the bank.
Another check like this, I can get a half a pack of cigarettes.
Yep. Not even. You get like 2.
So yeah, mid-May, get a letter.
Oh.
I have it here.
Yeah.
That sounds thick.
We're diving deep into this
Yes.
this scenario here because it is great.
Yeah, so I have in my hand the check from the state of Wisconsin Department of Corrections.
Cashier's unit.
Yeah, yes, the cashier's unit.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them how much it is?
I don't know if the listeners can handle this amount. It is for $0.
Oh.
And a whopping 70 cents.
Baller.
Yes.
Baller.
I have a check from the state for 70 cents.
I would be careful about taking that kind of money to a strip club, though. You don't.
Oh, I'm gonna make it hail.
You don't, right? Yeah.
Fuck making it rain.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Coins hitting a naked girl is something that you think you want to see, and then you see it, and you're like, yeah, I'd like to unring the bell for 500, Alex.
So some other interesting facts.
But you can inflate the
this.
quarter slot.
You know, honestly, I'd
Penny.
be really impressed if a
Penny slots.
stripper could pick a quarter up off of the little floor.
With like a reverse queef.
Jesus.
Wow! No one saw that one coming.
Making it hail. Making it hail.
Making it hail. And reverse queefing. Can you reverse queef? Because I can't. I mean, I've never tried. But pretty sure I can't. I don't even know where to start. Do you start by pushing out or sucking in?
Well, you got to make room for the air. You got to intake.
I think it's more of a first the one and then the other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be like a.
whoa.
Kind of a.
So it's sort of like a whoopee cushion enema kind of process.
So 70 cents.
70 cents. And, some other interesting notes.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Yes. This is, in fact, 2 separate payments in the 70 cents. One of 28 cents
Oh.
and another one of 42 cents.
That's
Itemized.
important.
It's
to
broken
state.
down.
Yeah, so
They itemized that.
according to this,
yeah.
he still owes me $83.61. So, you know.
So what you're saying is you're going to get payments for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm hoping by, like...
It's like winning the Powerball and taking the annuity.
I'm hoping by, like, year 2140, I'll maybe get paid back. I don't know. I that's kind of pushing.
That sounds
it,
about
but-
right.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I've never seen anybody take out a 30-year mortgage on a passenger window.
Interest is a fucking killer.
I mean,
So the other interesting thing, again, state of Wisconsin.
Yep.
Thank you. The postage to send me my 70-cent check
Oh, this should be good.
is 38 cents.
oh, brilliant!
Wow.
Yes,
Brilliant. They paid over half
just in the postage.
just to send you the check.
So
Right.
here's the question that I have to ask: with all of the cost of printing the paper
Yes.
and the ink and
There's-
the postage
there's two
and the
separate-
envelope
There's 2 separate sheets of paper.
Do you
and
know,
the paper,
there's
would
the
have
actual
it just been cheaper for them to just put a couple of like cents in an envelope and went, here you go,
Do you know who
Okay.
wins in this situation?
Kyle.
Kyle.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
state's at a net loss here.
Do you know?
Right.
Here's a
Except for, mine and your and
Our tax
all of our
dollars.
tax dollars
right.
are chipping into that.
But I'm totally
Well,
fine with that.
But state,
You got fucking wronged.
Stacy brings up an interesting point that's like an interesting but disinteresting, interesting thing
So
to learn.
I'll add the crickets in right here.
Yeah. You can't mail currency. You're not supposed to mail currency in
Like
this country.
cash, yeah.
You are not
Right.
supposed to mail cash or coins, except you can mail coins if you are purchasing the coins for a collection.
Sure.
Bills are not supposed to be.
Paid with
They're
cash
not
or coin.
supposed to be mailed like that.
Check, money order,
Yeah.
or
A
online
check or a
payment.
money order. And the worry is that with a check or a money order, your form of payment is not exposed to whoever may handle the mail.
Mm-hmm.
Cash, obviously, is easy to spot.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a big, fat, thick envelope. Smells like strippers and greenbacks. Well, we're going out back tonight.
Although
So
they would have been better off to just stick a dollar bill in an envelope and say we'll take 36 off the next payment.
That's the real irony.
Right.
It would have cost them less to break the law and mail him a single dollar bill that nobody would ever bother fucking with.
Yeah.
Right.
But you've gotten 2 small checks this year?
I've gotten 2 payments of about $3.50.
Okay. Totaling. Yep.
Total
In 13 years.
So
in 13 years.
So you almost have enough for a Big Mac.
Almost. Although I have to walk there because, I
3.5.
Can't afford
of
gas.
There's like $1 of gas just to drive to McDonald's and back
Yeah.
from my house.
So I did a little bit more digging on this fella who was apparently the perp. We won't say his name, even though, I don't want to say his name because maybe he's a fucking lunatic and he might track us down and kill us.
Or maybe he's a fucking skeezy ass cheapskate who can't afford to do anything to repair the situation at hand, except for make an average payment yearly over a 13-year span of 27 cents a year.
Yeah.
I'd love to help them kids out, Brenda, because I know I fucked you silly and we got pregnant with them one, but I got like 3 dimes. I give you the 3 dimes.
Something else I
One
should
for
also
each
mention
kid.
real
Okay.
quick. The neighbor across the street from my parents,
Yeah.
also in the same instant, had their window
Yeah.
shut out.
Yeah.
They also received a check for 70 cents.
Nice.
So it
13
seems,
years after the fact.
So it seems like all these checks are getting mailed out at the same time. They're probably all the same amount of money.
I'm guessing so, yeah.
So he probably has to do one lump sum a month, and it's just equally divided amongst all the people.
I'm thinking it's either like that or they're garnishing his wages and they're taking that amount and dividing it up between
Yeah.
everybody.
How the fuck does he work
How
prison?
many do you have any way?
Well,
You've got his
maybe
record.
we're gonna look into this.
You've got his record. Do you know how many counts? How
This-
many different people
so
he's
here's-
paying restitution to?
Yeah, here's what I found. The defendant, insert funny name here, was found guilty of the following charges in this case: criminal damage to property. In your parentheses, you got over $2,500. A Class I felony, Wisconsin Statute 943.01, parenthesis 2, parenthesis D. So, felony resulted as a result of his little spree.
Yeah. And I don't know what other people claimed as far as how much money it cost them to fix their vehicles.
We'll get to that.
But, yeah, obviously over $2,500.
What was the total amount that the state owes you?
$87 and something.
Now down to 83 something.
It's now down to 83.
$83.61.
Yes.
Is what this says here for your judgment amount. Other people were owed $84.72.
I don't mean to correct you about your own shit, but
One person was owed $1,084.22.
Holy shit.
Where the hell did they get their window replaced?
Right.
I'm thinking he hit more than a window. I'm thinking he hit body panels or something, and they claimed
had
it.
to have been that.
Or they already had damage.
Or
and
they were
claimed
like,
it in
fuck
advance.
yeah, hail damage.
Yeah, right.
Getting my door fixed. Woo!
Yeah.
So we've got your 83.61, another person 84.72, 1,084.22, 132.54, 84.77, 213.57, 84.77, 212.43, 84.77, 862.95, 269.28, 250.15, 84.77, 204.26, 42.47, 249.02, 84.77, 333.62, 42.47, 304.14, 84.77, 110.43, 42.47, 348.98, 219 even, 105 even, and that must be all the people who were involved in this. I'm assuming maybe based on this, he just finally satisfied the $6,909.76 or something, and now they're like doling it out, and maybe there's some statute that they have to follow to dole it out.
Maybe
in these
like a percentage.
tiny little baller increments.
You keep giving me the roast beef eyes. I'm gonna give you the hollandaise.
If you're lucky, I might let you come to Arby's tonight.
Whoa! Fucking
She got the real meat. Cut to clip from
As long as
episode
it's
6.
all fresh. As long as it's all fresh, okay.
What?
Why are there? Oh, it's a backpack. It's like, why are you sending pictures of giant Oh,
It's a backpack.
it's a backpack that looks like testicles.
For our listeners that
It's a
obviously
backpack.
don't have
I
visuals,
love the hairs
it is a
growing off
scrotum.
This is the
Backpack.
backpack that you keep the giant sized sperm in
It's a
if you don't want to kickle them.
it's a back sack.
It's a back sack.
It's a back sack.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, this will be ongoing for you for a while, I assume.
Oh yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of nice to get paid for a car I haven't owned in 11 years.
What kind of car was it?
It was the Ford Escort.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember that car.
Yeah.
So
Scaring the shit out of you.
they
with
owe
that
you
car.
83 bucks in change. They owe you.
Is what I still am waiting for.
Yeah, that's still the balance. So if
Right.
we divide that by 70 cents,
And what's the frequency of you getting
What
these
was
checks?
it? 83.
Well, I got the
change?
first one. I think it was in March.
Let's call it 83.
And the second
So
one
They
was
basically-
May. So
if-
it's like
It's
every
about
2 months.
Quarterly.
okay. So if they pay you that much each time, they're going to be paying you 118 more times. So if you take
So take that divided by 4.
No,
you
no,
should get
if
our
they
amount of years.
times that by the cost to print, ship, and mail that check, it will say $6. They're spending $711 to pay you
For my 83 bucks.
$83.
Awesome.
If they continue with their current frequency of payment between now and the incident, okay, 2 checks every 13 years, 770 years. 770 years from now, Kyle's window will be paid off on his, what year was that? 94?
It was a 95.
A 1995 Ford Escort GT.
You know what I just noticed though? You have a big goddamn pegboard on that wall over there.
This is true.
It is very true.
How long have you just been staring at all those holes?
Like the last 5 minutes before I finally went, I should really say something. Like, goddamn, man, you have a very big pegboard.
Thank you. thank you. I know. I get that a lot. Thank you.
So at least you have like supplemental income.
Right.
Well, now wait a minute, because I got something to say, and this is gonna be.
Did you just spit beer up into your cleavage?
No, I caught it all.
That's talent.
Yeah, podcast has a new like on Facebook.
Oh, who liked us?
Justin Johnson.
Nice.
Nice.
That a boy.
Shout out to the J-Man.
And the wood chickens. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Nice finish.
I wanted a little foamy, hopper.
After birth.
Tune in next week, and you'll be disappointed because we won't have another episode out at that point. But you can
Perfect. Done. Cut.
Goodbye, folks. And James, where can the people find us online?
Nowhere.
fucking fine.
Yes.
Oh, you can go to Facebook. You can find us on Facebook at the Morning Deuce Podcast. That's all you got to search for. You can go on SoundCloud and search for the Morning Deuce Podcast and catch up on all our older episodes. So if you can't figure out why in the fuck you're shocked and quivering and,
disgusted and hate this shit,
shivering in the corner of your shower listening to The Crying Game, go listen to the old episodes on SoundCloud. You'll get filled in. You'll understand how you've been traumatized, and you'll have more than enough information to give to your psychiatrist when you go to see them next.
We do have an email address that I don't think anyone except Google has sent an email to.
That's okay.
Is Google a fan? That's cool.
No. Which is morningdeucepodcast@gmail.com. We really want people to send us some weird shit. So if you've got a weird rant, weird story, something fucking not funny, send it to us.
If you understood the lengths to which we went to generate content for this show, you would probably laugh and be like, really? You guys should work harder at this?
There's a podcast for everything wherein we are a podcast of nothing.
Yeah, no. You can spend a lot of time fucking around with nothing and we're proof. So
we're right down by the shit.
You realize you guys are just welcoming a bunch of emails about penis enlargement.
That's totally fine because we will read them all. It will give us content.
That's called market analysis.
Yeah. Would it give you confidence too?
Yeah. Well,
but be sure to visit our sponsors, which you heard at the beginning of this episode that I will edit in when I'm doing the post-production work on the episode here. They can all be found on Facebook as well.
Top news this hour. Whale foreskin futures plummet, sending the Russian luxury SUV market into chaos. Ethiopian delegates refuse to return found shipment of strap-on dildos from Chinese freighter shipwreck. In short, the world is an awful place. We're all still fucked, and nothing you do will ever matter. I'm Rick Brickman. You're a shit. Go sniff a portalet, you ass spelunker.